People ask me, what do Republicans stand for? What's the difference between a Republican and a Democrat? What is the philosophy of conservatism? If I had to boil it down to one phrase, I'd say the philosophy of conservatism is a philosophy of strength. We believe that America's future is better and brighter if we are strong. If we have a strong military, if we have a strong economy, and if we have strong families. You look at our military. During the Clinton years, we took our military, our armed forces down by some 500,000 personnel. I think we need to rebuild them by at least 100,000. And I want to add military spending to make sure that the equipment that our men and women have in the field is adequate to protect them, and that when they come home, they get the care they deserve. I also want to make sure we strengthen our economy. How do you do that? Keep our taxes down so people can invest in their future. And by the way, I have a special tax plan for people in middle incomes. I don't think people should have to pay death taxes. If you pay taxes during your life, you shouldn't pay again when you die. But I also believe middle income people, when they want to save their money, there should be a special tax rate on their interest and their dividends and their capital gains. And that tax rate ought to be 0. People should be able to save for college and retirement. That if you want to have a strong economy, we're going to have to become independent of foreign oil. And that's not an easy job, right? Now let me turn to one more. I said strong military, strong family. Let me mention the third leg of that three-legged stool, and that is strong families. I believe in strong families. I don't believe there's any work going on in America that's more important to our future than the work that's going on within the four walls of the American home. And therefore, I believe we need to strengthen our families. And how do you do that? Well, first of all, you make sure that our kids learn an important lesson, and that is marriage comes before babies. Kids deserve to have a mom and a dad, to have 2 parents in their lives that they possibly can. Oh, they're great single moms and wonderful grandparents that are raising kids. There are all sorts of kinds of families. But boy, at the beginning of life, you sure want to tell our kids, get married before you have babies. Get out of high school. Don't use drugs. You know, I read an article some time ago written by Peggy Noonan, who was President Reagan's speechwriter. And she was writing following the Columbine disaster, the crisis there. And she said, you know what happened there was that kids were drinking in an ocean of filth. And those kids simply drank in too much of the water. An ocean of filth, too much violence, sex and perversions. And she said, we need to clean up the water in which our kids are swimming. And I agree. I think we ought to get real serious about those people who sell adult video games to kids. I think we ought to enforce our obscenity laws. I also think that these people who are using the internet to prey on children, we ought to go after those folks, and I've got something I call one strike in your hour. What I mean by that is, you use the internet and you carry on that kind of a sexual assault on a child, we're putting you in jail for a long time, and if you ever get out, you're going to have an ankle bracelet and a GPS transponder, so we know where you are for the rest of your life forever. Thank you.